We're about to attach our units before doing a pressure test on the units themselves. Just up and above this long section of line, right up on the roof up there, where you've seen my videos from before where we're laying the pipes, we have the ball valves, and we have the ball valves going to each one of these air handlers on their line set. So prior to us hooking up our line set to the units and pressurizing the units, we test the piping first. It takes a little extra time, but just in case we have a leaking evaporator, which we have never had on an LG unit, we have had on some other manufacturers' units, brand new out of the box, brazing defects when they assembled the actual heat exchangers leaking. But in this case scenario, we leave the line sets off. They're pressurized to 600 PSI up in the line sets, and we pressurized them on Friday. It's been now back on Monday, and so we're past our pressure test. So now what we do is we have our lines off. One person with ear and eye protection holds the line because there's going to be a high kickback of pressure. We literally blow through the lines with the nitrogen hooked up, and we crack the ball valve. One person will be down here, one person will be on the roof, and crack the ball valve open, flowing 600 PSI, extremely high velocity air out of the end of our pipe on each one at a time. And this is to ensure, in case any kind of freak accident happened, a spider crawled up one of our lines or a piece of dust, anything happened, that at least we know we blew out the lines prior to hooking them up. And then we'll hook them up and we'll go through a vacuum and a pressure test again. So we do it 2 times. And on the roof, everywhere I've done a braze, I don't insulate that area until the system is up and running for about a week. I let the copper go through cycles because I know I'm going to be doing preliminary checks and tuning everything in and checking everything for another week while I'm on the job back and forth. And after about a week, I come back with my sniffer and bubble leak detector on every one of my welds, on every branch up on the roof, and I recheck for leaks one more time. And once it passes that test, then it's good enough for me to wrap it in insulation and seal it up. But that's what we're doing right here. So I'm about to go on the roof. My son is going to come down here. We'll be communicating by phone. He'll have face protection, eye protection, ear protection, because this is definitely loud noise that comes out here at 600 PSI. And if you were just to crack open the valve at 600 PSI, it literally bends the copper. The copper would shoot back like this and literally come back, and it'll be like a rubber hose, and it'll just flop around and bend the line right at this point here and unbend the link. That's how strong the pressure when you come out at 600 PSI. All right, so back up to the roof I go.